I can give example of like two searches that couldn't have been any more different from each other. One search was for a venture firm whose partners were extremely committed to inner work, consciousness exploration, expansion, their own understanding of reality, and bringing people onto the team who are also on board with those values, and kind of had them kind of were orienting around those core values and how they live their lives and how they showed up at work. And I said, I made the recommendation, we need to woo max, like be very woo woo in the job description, because we want to make sure we're filtering in candidates who really resonate with the message and the values that you are embodying as people on the team, and then by extension at the company, the firm. And we also want to filter out for people who are just like, I don't really get what this is all about. Not for me, right? On the other end of the spectrum, we work with a hedge fund for like a top 1% hedge fund founder who was so extreme and said, no vacation for 2 years, working 16 hours a day. I mean, like total opposite end of the spectrum. I'm not saying one is like right or wrong, but I took the same approach with him. And I said, we need to really like highlight this and lead with and like lean into that if that's what you're all about. That LinkedIn that post went viral on X like a couple days later because some big account like retweeted it, and it just did its thing. And the applicants that we got for that role were so strong, like 10 times stronger than like any other regular job posting we might have had up for other roles. And I think it's because the message was so authentic. Even if it rubbed some people the wrong way, it rubbed the right people totally in the right way. And they self-selected in, and, it was kind of like mirror image. You had candidates that were all in on both searches as applicants. And so the more I think a company can define, embody, espouse those values and that culture, the more it's going to resonate with the right people. And you're going to not waste time with the wrong people and spend more time with the right people. And I think that on the flip side, I've been a part of searches, and I've heard stories where things were kind of kept from candidates until like maybe midway in the process, like, oh, like we work 70-hour weeks. Actually, we're on site 6 days a week in San Francisco instead of 5 days. And it's like, wow, that we should be sharing that stuff up front, So yeah, those are some of my stories.